The front line of this battle is not the hospitals any longer, right? That's the last line of defense. If this battle, if this war that we're all in, if it's making it into the hospitals, then we've already lost at that point. The front line of this pandemic is the community and stopping the spread in the community. Okay, so here we are. Happy Monday. Not such a happy Monday for us. We're going to get straight into the numbers here. April 6th. So I'm going to start with cases in Marion County first. Noon on April 6th, we are at 53 now confirmed cases. And regrettably, as most everybody knows, we have lost 2 people in our county. Very sad, an 88-year-old man and a 58-year-old man. So we're working hard to keep that number as low as we can. We absolutely must get better at mitigation. You know, I was driving into work this morning. There were so many cars out. Like, where are these people going? It felt like a regular day. It didn't feel like there was any stay-at-home order. So yeah, we're day number 4 of 30 for stay-at-home for Florida. Let's go to cases in the United States just to keep people up to date on this as well. So we have a running list. Last Friday, we were at 265,000. Now we're at 352,000. 90,000 more cases over the weekend. Deaths, Friday, 6,786. Now 10,369. 10,300 Americans have died from this, and it is rising fast. Okay, so this just reaffirms the need for our efforts. We're going to go into the testing sites. They remain unchanged with the exception of another addition that we heard over the weekend. Trinity Clinic is testing. Rainbow River Medical out in Denellen, Heart of Florida, Marion Oaks, Langley Health Department, Express Care Bellevue, Lakeview Medical, Premier Medical, and now Ocala Infectious Disease is testing the public. So anybody that needs to be tested or has concern that they may need to be tested, we invite you to call any of these facilities and get the test done. Okay, as far as tracking the flatten the curve Marion County response curve, we've got new data that we got from some viewers over the weekend. This is excellent. So the Agency for Healthcare Administration is actually tracking hospital beds and hospital availability, and we were able to access that, and so I'm going to be able to get these numbers good and refined now. Advent is actually 427 available hospital beds, plus they are converting other rooms as necessary, and then the ORMC West Marion combination. So this is something more like 430 between the two of them, plus 100 capacity and surge plus minus between the two hospitals. So I'm going to leave this roughly 1,100 number the same. It's a reasonable estimate on what is the maximum capacity that we have in our county. We also now have updated admission data for the hospitals, and they are a little bit less occupied than we originally received. So the actual number of patients that are currently admitted into the hospital, now that we have this revised data, is lower. So I'm going to erase what we had last week so we can begin to track this with the more accurate numbers we have from the Agency for Healthcare Administration. We're at 447 people currently admitted in the hospital. So now I'm going to redraw the line to reflect. We're at about 450 beds are full out of the 1,100 maximum capacity that we have. So now that we have this most accurate data, we can see that this is the current available capacity that we have. So this is now for 4/6, and then we're going to watch this number over the next few weeks. We're going to watch this number of admissions, hopefully not go too high. It will go up. So we're expecting to see this graph kind of trend this way in the next 1 to 4 weeks. As long as this number doesn't get too high, then the hospitals will not reach capacity. So this is flattening our curve. So this is a good starting point. This means that the hospitals have done a good job of making space available, preparing for the surge that may come. So this is good news for us. It is now up to the people of the county to keep this number low. There's no amount of PPE, there's no amount of hospital employees, there's no amount of preparedness that any hospital would be able to take if this were to spike way up. To keep this curve flat, that is the responsibility and the duty of the citizens of this country. So we're going to be keeping close eye on this curve on a day-to-day basis. Also today, we received a big shipment of test kits in. We now have more than 100 kits available. We have more coming. We also have the finger stick blood test. That's the IgG/IgM antibody test that's going to be available. We should get that delivery tomorrow, and we'll be able to do finger stick tests moving forward from there. We'll talk more about that in tomorrow's video. We've now really begun to step up our search for PPE equipment. We are going to run out in our clinic over the next 1 to 2 weeks. We're looking to order more from the medical supply companies that we're using. We also have requests into the county and the state. So let's hope we begin to get some shipments in of PPE material. If anybody has face masks, face shields, gloves, gowns, anything like that, we need them, and we will be happy to receive those donations if you have any available. Over the weekend, as many of you may know, the CDC changed the guidelines on masks and being out in public with masks on, and they're now asking that people wear masks when they go out in public. That's probably a good idea. Part of that comes from new information that we've received that this virus may linger in the air longer than we may have originally understood. So if you're going to the grocery store, you're going to the drugstore, the gas station, or you have to be out, if you can get your hands on a mask, really any mask will offer some level of protection. Even cloth masks that people are making, excellent. That'll do just fine when you're out in public. So we do encourage you to wear a mask when you're out. The Trinity Clinic COVID-19 Response Ambassador Group is up and running. This group is a collective of people in our community who are looking to help in any way that they can. We are on the hunt for people and businesses that are doing great things, so we can highlight that. We're on the hunt for people and businesses that are in need, and we're going to reach out and see what we can do to help them. We are on the search for good news in this community, and if we can't find good news, we're going to create good news. So if you're interested or if you'd like to volunteer, we invite you, click that link below. We'll get you over to that group. That group is being headed by Debbie Flanagan. If there are any questions about how to volunteer, please get with her. As we close out this recap, I just want to say a huge, gigantic thank you to everybody in the community who's posting and liking and sharing our page. We're getting wonderful comments and wonderful feedback. We're here to help. We're here to serve. We're here to shed light on what's happening in the community in real time. As I get information, I'm going to release that information to you. As I get updated information or clearer information, I will report that directly to you as fast as I get it. We're going to keep this up all the way to the very end of the pandemic, no matter how long this takes. The most important thing that we can do is to spread this message, and the easiest way to do that is to hit the share button. So please share our videos so we can raise awareness and grow our audience. Our goal is to keep Marion County as one of the best responding counties in the country. Please share, please like, please subscribe, please follow, please whatever. Please hit all of those buttons down below to stay up to date. We are releasing new videos every single evening. Again, thank you for watching, and editor, please roll the tape for our Monday. Thank you. Good morning. What is that?
A box here.
A box. Hold on, there's a box. Everybody wants to know what's in the box. Look at this box dance. I didn't know we had a box dance too.
That's our new dance. Whenever we get boxes.
We dance for everything.
Oh, this is the AIT labs.
Oh,
Oh,
holy cow.
That was a
wow.
Look at those test kits right there, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, now we have
Yeah,
the
and we
test
got
kit.
Wow.
50 they said, right?
I think 50, yeah.
Wow.
And they can send us 1,000 more if we want it. This is a 2-day turnaround for these. So we want to try to use these.
There anybody can use them?
Any insurance.
Just
Nice.
get people with insurance?
Any-
or people without insurance?
Anybody, anything. You think we can get this up and running this morning for these?
Yes.
You think we could train on it for UNSQ? This is over 100 kits we have now.
Hey,
Great Monday already. We got a lot of results in over the weekend, didn't we?
Yeah.
We only had a few of these up. On Friday.
These ones, they have received and they are pending.
For the empty
Yes.
slots here?
2 of which show up on the portal as pending. The other ones I had to contact them to see, make sure they were received, which they have, and they're pending.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 3, oh, 6, yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Lucky 13 negatives. Let's get 13 more negatives.
It almost seems like you're the only office in Ocala that is doing testing for COVID.
That's how it feels.
Yes.
So I know that the health department is strongly advertising that the health department is doing testing, Heart of Florida is doing testing, and Langley. So those are like the 3 that they're advertising on their Facebook pages and when they do
Well,
press conferences.
Yeah, and I got a call from a patient saying that the health department told her to call us. The health department, ORMC, and Advent.
Both hospitals and the health department are now referring our direction.
Yep.
We'll take it.
Okay.
We want to test as many as we can.
Okay.
You know what? I wanted to say another thing though. So I'd like to test more people. Look at this tall drink of water that just strolls on over here. A few weeks ago, we had this test kit problem and we needed to kind of ration a little bit, but now that we have these other labs, I have over 100 kits here now. So we're ready to test. We're ready to test. The people that we might watch list, if we're kind of borderline, if they're having a temperature, they're sick, any age group, let's get them tested. Let's find some positives for you.
Okay.
But you're getting a lot of calls though.
Yes. And a lot of them are from, like, Ocala Family Medical Center just called, and they're like, hey, I'm just confirming, are you guys doing testing? Because one of our patients, you know, they gave us that information. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, great, thank you so much.
Dr. Mirza's wife reached out this
Yes.
weekend. Dr. Mirza's office is testing open to the public too,
Is,
as
is,
well.
is that Ocala?
Infectious disease?
Disease? I think so.
I think so.
that's
I'll
what
double
it
check
is.
with you, and so we can add that to the board.
Yep,
as
perfect.
well.
Yeah, I want to get all the test sites
Okay.
that we have. So good, that'll be another addition for test sites. Why do we need other test sites when we're open?
When we're open.
They're going to send everybody to us anyway.
Everybody.
So this is really going to start to rev up this week. So, all right.
Throw up your peace sign. No, this one.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the thumb there? Is that supposed to be
I think it
in
looks
or
better
out?
like this.
Here, you could be a Bucks fan.
I either need a smaller mask or a bigger face.
You need a chubby or you need some cheeks. Fill that in.
Good morning. You've had fevers.
This morning at 5:56, it was 102.4.
Have you been exposed to someone with COVID?
Yes, I found out this morning there's actually a second person in the unit that I'm in.
That was positive.
Yes,
Okay.
so it's 2 members.
Okay. So, because of the two positives, you know, the people that you had been working around, and I mean, obviously the risk is high. So, what we'll do is we'll swab you for flu first. Then, if that's negative, we'll do the coronavirus swab on you.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, I'm not a Bucks fan, even though I'm wearing this. All right, it'll be a few minutes, okay? Hang tight. The deal for her is she had a fever of 102.4 this morning. I'm eating my 102.4.
Oh.
Legit fever, very,
Yeah.
very legit fever.
Very.
And 2 people that she works with on her ward, on her floor, have tested positive for coronavirus.
Presumed positive.
So she's probably presumed positive. The interesting thing about hers is she's not particularly respiratory. She's having some kind of like light cough, but it's nothing too terrible.
Okay.
So I'm kind of rooting for flu for her, but
Yeah.
let's see what we get. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a healthcare provider.
Yeah.
He has a fever, temperature of 101.8, took some Tylenol. His coughing's not persistent, but when he coughs, it hurts, and then he has shortness of breath. It's really dry. His body aches, chills, headache. His pressure's very, very, very bad.
Body aches, fever, over 101, headache, cough, shortness of breath, and he's a healthcare worker. So that's like the magic, not trifecta, not quadrifecta, tetrafecta. Is that a word?
I don't think so. I've
Yeah.
never heard of it.
Can we get him,
I can get him in for 10:30 if you want me to.
we can get him tested today.
Okay.
Let's test him for sure. So I have a question. You know how these LabCorp tests, are the LabCorp tests taking a lot longer to come back?
You know what's weird? standard,
But they came in a surge though
but
then.
not here.
So
3 of these are Quest.
is
The other ones are LabCorp.
okay, so it doesn't really make much difference between Quest and LabCorp on
It
it.
seemed like Quest is resulting faster.
Can we use LabCorp, because we have a ton of LabCorp
I know.
kits, can we use LabCorp kits but send it to Quest?
I don't know.
We won't worry about it right this second, but
because I'm gonna call
we can think about
LabCorp
that.
after.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm gonna elbow bump you. You don't have a fever, do you?
No.
We're glad you came out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this is great.
Yeah, we want to spread this message. Of course, we're not the only one in the area doing testing, but
Yeah.
you know, giving people a behind-the-scenes look about what's happening is,
Right.
you know, that part's the cool part. So,
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
Julia.
Oh, Julia.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Ready?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
The front line of this battle is not the hospitals any longer, right? That's the last line of defense. If this battle, if this war that we're all in, if it's making it into the hospitals, then we've already lost at that point. The front line of this pandemic is the community and stopping the spread in the community. And so that's a part of the awareness that we want to raise and a part of why we invite people to watch what we're doing on a day-to-day basis to grow our audience and raise that awareness that the community is the front line. We've created a community volunteer group, an ambassador group, and what we're doing is behind the scenes, we're engaging the community, members of the community that want to be a part of this fight. There's so many people that are in need, not necessarily because they're sick with this, but because they're isolated, because their anxiety is high. They might be a depressed individual and they're needing more help. And we're creating a group to be able to reach out to these people and give them the support that they need. We're also a PPE donation site, and we've been receiving donations from the community, which we're very grateful for, and we hope to get more. We're also working with Interfaith and the local homeless community to be sure that they're getting tested as well. And we're also a donation site for the homeless for just basic human needs. And we've received a number of donations on that front as well. And so we're really attacking this pandemic not just from a medical testing standpoint, but to support everybody in the community that may need support.
No, that last bit was really good.
I hope you can get a little bit out of it, and we'll see. So as we get developments, do you want us to keep you updated on things?
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Are you on Twitter?
Oh, yes.
Good. Who are you? I'm gonna follow you right
Oh,
now.
sure.
I've got like 9 followers, so maybe you'll follow me
Oh,
back.
It's-
Are you hopping? We are hopping this morning. Testing. Now, who do you have? Let's do it.
Patient, she's at a fever of 100. She has 8 of the 10. She said for COVID, he refused to see her. He did have a nurse do a rapid flu swab. It was negative. She wants to know if she can be seen right now because she's in town.
Yeah,
5th. Okay.
bring her in. Let's do it. She tested as negative initially, then another week, 2 went by and she started to lose smell and mild symptoms, very mild symptoms, but the health department decided to swab her because of her travel and she came back as positive the second test. And she was with her as recently as Friday.
She was negative at first.
She was negative with the first swab after travel,
Maybe it wasn't deep enough.
and then, yeah, who knows, it might have been a swabbing issue. What?
We had a patient call.
Yeah?
She said she saw the hot doctor on TV. She's she's coughing, but she's not sick and 75 and wants to be tested.
She's 75 years old?
She's coughing, she's not sick, but she wants to be tested because she saw the hot doctor on TV.
Test her, yeah, you better believe it. Come on over. It sounds like a date to me. Hey, whatever it takes to get people in to get tested, right? Oh, y'all are weirdos. All of y'all. Hopefully he's coming to pick up soon. We're gonna run out of table.
We are.
You have a new finger stick test.
I do.
Tell me about what this new finger stick test is.
Well, the same thing, IgG, but it's from Accredited Drug Testing, Inc. That's based out of Orlando. I called just on a whim because the other leads
Oh, yeah.
were more expensive.
Yep.
Came up. I reached out to them this morning, and we are having 50 kits overnighted to us.
Yes.
Tomorrow by noon, they will be here.
So that's gonna beat the Henry Schein order, because that's...
They started shipping today.
They just shipped for today.
They were starting to ship out today. Okay.
So they are way slower than this company. This is out of Orlando, so we're gonna have this tomorrow. So
Tomorrow.
finger stick blood tests are coming tomorrow. We'll be able to do finger stick testing. We're gonna have a big update about that tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot of interest on that, I think.
Working on that PPE lead. I just had to leave a message.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We need PPE material.
Okay.
Are you gonna resend something to the county?
We can. I have that order form. We can fill it out and resend it again.
We'll do the same thing we did before.
Okay.
We're looking for any kind of masks, any kind of face shields and gowns.
10-4.
We're okay on gloves. We have to press them hard. Hopefully anybody that's got any PPE material that they're not using masks, gowns, face shields, anything to that effect, we will take it. Especially as this next 1 to 3 weeks, the volume is going to be up significantly for testing. So we are going to run short on PPE by the time we get there. So hopefully the state and county respond, and we need to get somebody over to Lowe's or Home Depot in the mornings when they get their trucks in. Okay, that's a good update. So finger stick blood testing will be available, and you got to find me PPE.
I will. Roger that, Captain.
Find me PPE. I'm desperate. We're desperate.
Me help you guys and help him.
Help me, help her, help y'all.
Get.
I think she was already flu swabbed somewhere.
She's already flu swabbed. Dr. Clevenger wouldn't see her.
Okay.
Her fever's 100. And
Yeah.
She's vomiting, body aches, chills. She traveled
She's got cough. Oh, she traveled?
to Flagler. She said she traveled 2 weeks ago, and her brother and his wife were both sick, and they weren't covering their noses or anything.
Spewing it out into the public. This is why we cough.
She said her eyes
Oh,
are
kind of the
hurting.
dad? Yep, so we'll definitely swab her, and then that'll be a wrap on swabs.
Hey, we got 2 more in. They're both negative.
Oh, yeah.
UI 18 and 20.
18 and 20 are negative. Okay, excellent.
Name on the wall.
Yeah, we still haven't found one yet. It's so odd how these results come in. Isn't it strange how these results
I
come in
know.
like this? 18, 20. Okay.
I checked on these ones after I called the lab earlier, still pending.
What day did we swab number 8?
30th. And these two were on the 30th as well.
Okay, so this is a good visual representation of the haphazardness of how things result. When did we swab 20, for example? The 3rd.
The 3rd.
So we swabbed this one on the 30th, no result. We swabbed this one on the 3rd, and we already have a result. And LabCorp was the slow one at first,
Yeah.
but now that's sort of reversed. And now LabCorp is faster.
Big time.
And Quest is a little bit slower. So this is a weekly evolving, changing, resulting thing.
like
We keep on the hunt.
I looked.
No shortness of breath, no fever.
This one's a nurse at Timber Ridge.
Oh, this is a nurse? Yeah, so probably we'll test that one too.
So 41 and 42.
Yeah, we can move those over.
These are 2 that you have already to test for tomorrow.
So those are what we already have set up, and
Yeah.
maybe we can get those other 2, and then we're going to be getting more calls. So
Yeah, ORMC and the health department COVID line, they're all just giving our number out. We're getting high volume of calls.
Advent, ORMC, and the health
And
department
the health department.
are sending.
The COVID hotline is giving.
The COVID hotline is referring to us.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that means not everybody may know this as we close out this Monday. I am an absolute American history buff, complete patriot. I love my country. I have a Declaration of Independence that's right up here on my wall over my desk. And a part of what inspired what we're doing comes right out of this document. I'll show you, because I have another copy of the Declaration over here. I'm also a big National Treasure fan, but I come around the corner over here so you can see. And so in this Declaration, this is the greatest piece of American literature ever written, of course, but there's a line in particular that kind of applies to what's going on here. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. And so what that means is if you have the ability to do something, you have the responsibility to do something, and that's a part of what is in all of our hearts as we work on what we're working on to save as many lives in our county as we can.